On the last leg of this overlanding trip through the Southwest, we attempt a 100-mile trail covered in mud and snow that leads us the back way into Moab, detour our way to a spectacular campsite, and finally, go watch some carnage at Easter Jeep Safari. Grab a tasty beverage and enjoy. Welcome to the last episode of this early season adventure through the stunning Southwest. If you've watched the last episode, link below if you have some extra bathroom time, then you already know I've been joined by my buddy Mike in his very capable 3rd gen taco, Marty, and we are on the start of Wooden Shoe near Hite, Utah. Also, if you watched the last episode, you saw us go from the desert floor up to alpine peaks only to be stopped by snow. Well, there's a theme to this trip. Speaking of themes, thick red mud is certainly one on this day. As you can see, snow is still scattered all over, and warming temperatures means we are about to have a sloppier day than a blindfolded pie eating contest on a cheat day at a fat camp. The addition of snow and mud has turned this well-maintained trail into a much more interactive experience. Plus, playing the game of splattering your friend with mud bombs really helps to pass the time. Before you know it, juniper bushes and red sheets of earth plunge into vast canyons revealing endless views. Of course, still pelting the guy behind you with mud. Better than dust, right? But back to the views. These are some of the best around and unique compared to other parts of Utah. The trail continues to just get sloppier, requiring a little extra attention. And the amount of white showing up in the distance isn't exactly confidence-inspiring. This is where things get a little interesting. On a dry day, you would cruise past this section without a second thought. But with 4 inches of slick mud on top of frozen ground, you quickly notice that the trail is uphill, off camber, and a large drop-off just waiting to eat up your rig. You can see Mike having to struggle and counter-steer with Mighty Marty to try to keep him on the trail, even with those new Duratracks. Eventually we made it without having to file an insurance claim saying our cars were stolen. Like most attractive things in life, there is a sinister side. Just as we are getting to the best views, there is a huge snowdrift blocking our way. This requires a little more inspection.
Didn't realize we were gonna get up a little higher. I think we're almost at 8,000 feet. You see the snow, and it is getting absolutely muddy. And the taco's looking good.
Given the Austin Powers multi-point turn, you can probably guess that we found the trail was totally impassable and this wasn't even the summit yet. So we backtrack, which I absolutely do not like. So from this angle, you can see exactly how muddy this trail is, cause cleaning off the camera and then... To make things worse, we have a guest star driving it from Denver, and we need to meet him in Monticello. Time for a qualifying lap, but the mud and cliffs, they're still there. All right, so got back off the trail. This is my view from the inside. And you could definitely say it got a little muddy. There is nothing spared. Tacoma fared a little better. His vendors actually cover his tires. I guess it's a Jeep thing, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But at least the Falcons did their job. This new route on 95 provides one canyon after another after another. This wasn't at all the plan, but there are worse detours. Alright, I never try to film with my phone through the windshield because, you know, obvious reasons, and it's covered in mud. But even though our trail was a bust, we had to double back and take this other freeway in Monticello. Trying to get some
Parker
footage.
with sway bar.
It's pretty gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Mr. Dodge Ram. I guess you got to expect it with overlanding. You're going to have the times when things don't go your way, but this isn't a terrible option. I mean, you're on asphalt, but it's pretty. After power chiseling off the mud at a car wash, we hop on to 211, which doesn't disappoint on our way to our next trail. All right, we're getting to the next trailhead. I think it's Beef Basin? Sounds like a risque kind of place. But hey, we even got bathrooms right here. Even better. But a 25-mile trail. It's supposed to connect with the trail we were trying to do this morning that got snowed in. But it's supposed to be really pretty easy as well. So we'll see how it goes. We can't find a good camp spot for the night. Okay, so yes, the name of this trail is Beef Basin. And no, it is not the name of a strip club. And this is actually where we were supposed to pop out from Wooden Shoe Trail. Would have been over 100 miles straight through, but we were only able to hit either end. This area is known for its serious rock climbing, so as you cruise over the gravel, you will see cars pulled over in groups and people glued to the side of cliff faces telling gravity to kick rocks. At this point, everyone has been driving all day and we just want to luck into a campsite. Easier said than done during EJS. And people think off-roading is crazy. These people are slacklining, it would seem. That is nuts. Good for them. Back to more sane, earthbound hobbies. We did find a campsite, and as the kids would say, a rather epic one at that. So I thought we'd give a little aerial demonstration of how long it takes to set up camp. To put in perspective, this is at 20 times the speed, but no beers yet, so we were able to focus. Sorry about the shaky shot. After seeing this, it became very clear how much faster things go if we wait to start cracking open cans of frosty goodness. Okay, so now that I've used the word epic to describe a campsite, I'm sure you all want to see it. Well, here you go. So what is an epic campsite to me? I'd say it's one that you would go out of your way to stay at again, and for me, this one counts. I'll apologize now for the gratuitous drone shots, but if I'm going to say a place is good, I want to make sure you see everything so you can develop your own opinion, whether you agree with me or think I've spent too much time in the Colorado greenery stores. Once again, literal roadblocks were thrown up during our trip, and we had to pull an audible. It is frustrating, mostly because it was my fault, but when you end up at a place like this with your best people, it is hard to even care about the what-ifs. So what do you think? Reckon you'd stay at this campsite? With camp set up and beers in hand, we can settle in and enjoy some well-earned R&R, with the side of a little trash talk. This is the special guest, Dustin, and I immediately decide to annoy him with the drone, like any good friend would. And of course, for every action, there is a reaction. So this is how I almost lost my drone.
Let there be fire! Easy peasy.
As the sun fades away, bags got a little more serious. This is when you wish you weren't stuck swinging the camera. These are some of the moments I absolutely live for. All the hard work out of the way, a beautiful secluded location, friends, and for a short time, not a care in the world. Quick little covert aerial flyby at night. I'd say not recommended to those that actually care about their equipment. Could be said liquid courage may have played a part. Good morning, and that is it from this location, concluding the overlanding portion of this trip. Stay tuned for some adrenaline-fueled bonus content from Easter Jeep Safari. This is Church, a 2013 10th anniversary Jeep Rubicon. Dustin purchased it DOA, as in totaled salvage. He tore it apart and rebuilt this Jeep better and meaner than new, bringing it back to life, hence the name Church. Now enjoy what it does best.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up.
Being on Hell's Revenge during Easter Jeep Safari finally gave me the chance to relax, crack a beer, and enjoy watching people thrash their built rigs on this iconic trail.
But one day, I'm not doing it. Never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, make the grind, make a change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win at life. I never miss, that's facts, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the hat, put me in the lead, I'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean, and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to live, I keep the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but I go crazy. Nah, bitch, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than relent.
And remember, what's your goal?